Hello everybody, this is Zigzag Zog coming to you from Western Kentucky, and we are back to continue our playthrough of XCom Enemy Within featuring the Long War mod. And here in Western Kentucky, if I can talk, it's wet and rainy. It's the perfect day to spend a little time gaming. I have the day off from work, so I am feeling good about getting in here. We aren't in a good situation overall. We got a terrible fatigue spiral going on in our barracks, or not necessarily fatigue spiral, but all the nicks and cuts we've been getting are adding up, and our sick bay is pretty doggone full. And what have we got ahead of us? A landed medium. So we got our work cut out for us, guys. There's a couple, we aren't starting on the normal loading screen to visit our troopers that are going out on this mission. We have a couple housekeeping issues I want to jump in, and you'll see why, to take care of before we head out on this mission. First of which is, let's go to the officer training school in the barracks, and looky here, squad size 2 is available. And look up in the upper right corner, we have the money to afford it. We are finally up to our squad size of 8, and for a landed medium, I'm going to take advantage of that and take that perk right now. Okay, we aren't going to go ahead with company officers, but speaking of officers, we do have one promotion I want to take care of before this mission, and that's going to be Rafael Nadal, and we're also, given the condition of our barracks, going to have him promoted to an officer with our Stay Frosty perk. That just seems to be what I need right now. So Rafael Nadal, congratulations. All right, so now if you hang on, we will get back in there to the loading screen of who we're taking on this mission. So hang on, we'll flip right over to it. All right, we're back to the screen, ready to get out on our mission. I've added the 8th soldier since we gained that ability, and we're ready to take a look at who we're taking out on this mission. Starting out with Rafael Nadal, our newly promoted commander. He's along to help reduce our fatigue time, but unfortunately there's going to be a number of soldiers on this mission where that's not going to have an effect. The reason being, because we headed into this mission in such fatigued state without a full complement of soldiers to take out on this mission, I have a number of soldiers that are already fatigued and will get some automatic wound time by going out on double missions before they were ready. So we're going to pay the price and hope we can get back in shape soon, because I know coming up we got some DLC missions coming up later this month, I do believe, and we got to be ready for Confounding Light and all the rest that come with that, and we got to get our A-team somehow, find a way to get them ready. So we're in a dark place right now. It used to be the air game. Right now I would say it is our troop in our barracks that's in a dark place. We've recovered from the one, now it's time to recover from the other and move forward. We're not going to let one tough mission like the last one hold us down. We're going to get right back in there and see if we can't grab this playthrough back. So Rafael Nadal is leading this group of soldiers as our commander. He is also our medic. Tommy Pokemon Hertz is along as our engineer, and he's bringing a complement of both HE and AP grenades. We're fighting a downed medium, so it tends to be the forested area. So there are sometimes explosives that we can blow away, and more importantly, I made sure to have the AP grenades for those areas where they're behind a tree that can't be blown away. And for the really tough spots, we got Arthur Ashe as our Rocketeer, and he will have a full complement of rockets to go along with him. Fred Schlug is our Assault. We have Serena Williams along. She is one that was fatigued for 5 days. So actually, she was the least of my worries bringing along, because there's a chance she'll only be injured for 5 days. Of course, it could be 10 or 11 or 12 days, but there's a good chance that we won't feel a huge impact from her wound time. We got Mia Hamm along as our gunner. Unfortunately, Mia Hamm, I made the choice to bring her along because I felt I needed somebody with suppression. But to bring Mia Hamm along, oh no, she had 4 days of fatigue, so she wasn't a tough pick either. The tough picks, well, let's look at the last two soldiers. We got Alexis Teach It Drag along as our sniper. She did a great job in that last not the last Exalt mission, but one of our Exalt missions. And we got Margaret Iron Lady Thatcher along as our infantry. Now, Margaret Thatcher has only had 1 day of fatigue left, so that's a bit of a stretch, but I felt I needed an infantry along on this mission, and she just seemed the best fit. And then Tommy Pokemon Hertz, way back at the beginning, he was only on 22 hours left of fatigue, so you can probably question that move on my part. But the only engineers I had ready beyond him with longer fatigue time were support engineers, and I felt on a landed medium where we can be facing up to 20 aliens, as long as it's a normal landed and not a trap mission, I felt I needed more of an explosive focus to help us out as opposed to support, because we already had a support medic along, and I just felt we didn't need two supports in that role. I did bring 2 battle scanners since we seem to be running into a fair amount of seekers lately on our scout. And I brought 1 extra med kit for Mia Hamm just because I guess I'm a little gun shy with all the wounds we've been taking lately. Put the scope on the infantry, scope on the sniper, and now all we got left to get through are some promotions. So Rafael, Nadal, you're going to get our smoke and mirrors support. So we're going to have from you, that gives us some extra smoke grenades with that perk. We also have Arthur Ashe that needs a promotion, and this is going to be pretty standard. Now, you're probably never ever going to see me pick a snapshot Rocketeer after that last mission. I guess I shouldn't base it all on one mission, but that was a horrible mission for a snapshot Rocketeer. Nothing went where we wanted it to go. So we're picking the tried and true fire in the hole on this one. So we should have hopefully some better aim from our Rocketeer on this particular mission. Fred, you are along, and you are another tank PSI, tank psi, assault. So with that in mind, you have a nice offensive promotion. Now we got to give you a little bit of defensive promotion since you're up there in no man's land all the time, getting shot at a lot. So we're going to give you will to survive. And finally, our last promotion. Actually, that's it. We just had the 3 promotions. So we are ready to go out. Let's get in it. Let's just make it happen. I'm feeling better than this last mission. Let's hope the feelings pan out in the actual play here. Let's go.
Strike 1. Prepare for landing.
Okay, we're ready to go in.
Listen up. We're going to be dropping you deep in the Nigerian interior for the next operation. We tracked the alien craft to a landing site in a rural area outside of a small town. We should move to secure the site and clear out any hostiles we can find.
I find these landed mediums sometimes to be tight little maps most of the time. So we'll see. I'm looking that we will probably have alien contact pretty quick. That's been usually my experience. A lot of aliens packed in on a somewhat of a smaller size map. Unless they're all crammed inside the UFO, but that rarely happens.
This is Big Sky. We're in position near the enemy LZ. Strike 1 is ready to move on your orders.
I read you, Big
Okay.
Sky. This was a landing, not a crash, so expect heavy resistance.
We're on the one side, but we're definitely in the middle of that one side. So I guess what we do, I believe we have the spaceship straight ahead of us. A lot of half cover for a center move moving forward. I'm wondering if it'll be better to try moving off to the side laterally a little bit. Trying to get a sense for where the best spot would be. I kind of don't like being in the middle because we can get them coming off from the right and we can get them coming at me from the left. That can make it difficult, whereas if I was more in a corner, well, we'll see. We'll see how this pans out. How far can we get? Now obviously we have a meld up here, but guess what, folks? On a landed medium, I'm probably not going to fall for that trick, just like last time. I'm going to do short moves, hoping that I can get snipers, and although I would like the idea of getting my sniper lone wolf, to start out, I'm probably thinking we're just going to get great cover as we work on positioning and everybody else. And right now, that great cover, there's not, once we get past this log in the front, there's just not a lot of cover. There's a big no man's land other than that one tree. So I'm kind of thinking that we maybe need to move to one side or the other to focus on this map. I'm going to bring my scout over this way, and I think I've decided on this corner over here. We have the ability to get around this truck. Oh, this side goes way out. In fact, this side may have that big hill on the left that's kind of awkward to deal with at times. So I'm thinking that's what this map is the more I'm looking around. I'm going to start out on the right. I'm going to see if we can avoid the big hill area, at least initially, when we have the max amount of potential enemies on the map. And then once we maybe get some engagement out of the way and start thinning the alien ranks, maybe we can start moving over that way before we assault the UFO itself. So let's make that our first look, see what we can do. And I'm kind of hesitant to move forward too aggressively with the lack of cover we have right here. That's the other situation I'm dealing with or thinking in the back of my mind. I want to have a few people set up. Yeah, Mia Hamm, let's get you set up in case we need some suppression if we activate somehow. And the big idea, and then I'll probably, at least initially, get my sniper. Won't have lone wolf, but it'll be great cover for a sniper until we can get positioned over here farther on the map. Or wait, I'll take that back. I think I'm going to dash my sniper right up to this spot. This looks like, to me, potentially a very good sniper position. A couple blocked line of sight areas, but nothing excessive. Now my Rocketeer would be nice to have set up as soon as possible also. But unfortunately, being fully loaded down, Arthur Ashe doesn't have a super amount of range, so we're going to dash him over here. If you can tell, I've gained a little new respect for the aliens after that last mission. Showing up with pods of 5, that caught me by surprise. We've had moderate missions before, but this is the first time I was really challenged by a moderate mission this last game, along with a couple questionable decisions on my part. So we're going to try not to make some of those questionable moves. We'll see if we can work it that way. So let's just get some people dashed over so we can start taking up positions I really want to. This first move isn't getting me in my optimal spots. Tommy, I don't want you too far away with your grenades.
Good to go.
Fred, we'll kind of keep you near the front.
Moving out.
Depending on how we might activate. And then Rafael, Nadal, I think we'll dash you a little farther over.
En marcha.
Okay, I was hoping not to activate the first turn, and we haven't. I'm too curious yet on the battle scanners. We're gonna hold on to those just in case we have seekers. So let's just do some overwatching with who we have moved here. And you'll notice, I don't know if I mentioned on the loading screen, I decided to bring along the Gatling laser this time. Little extra range, little extra oomph in the firepower. Because I have a feeling on this smaller type map there's going to be less moving around in general until we get inside the UFO, but by then I'm thinking we will have thinned the alien ranks a little bit. So I'm thinking this is a time where I can use the extra firepower against an extra quantity of aliens we're probably going to face. So we'll just hunker down, me, Hamm, and the last Overwatch. And let's listen. Sectoids. And we know about the meld out there, but guess what, guys? On this type of a mission, and this type of cover, and that meld sitting right next to the spacecraft that's just out of sight, no way. This is not a meld gathering mission for me. Not by any stretch of the imagination. So what we're going to do this time is we will push forward a little bit. This is where we're going to expand our perimeter a little bit and see what we can find. Let's get some people positioned first. How about that?
Me muevo a la posición.
Nice full cover for infantry. Be nice to get a good spot for our Rocketeer. But I don't have range right away, so we're just going to park you there. Well, we aren't sure for sure what direction they'll be coming from, so for now, Fred, we're going to dash you over here. You do have the run and gun ability, so you're a little more mobile as far as getting around where I need you, so I don't have to be too particular about where you are. And I'm not going to push forward yet up to this tree until next turn, I think. In fact, Mia Hamm, I think we're gonna run you over this way. And then Tommy, I think we will keep you near what probably will be the front right here. And we'll just kind of wait out for some... We heard what some of the aliens were up against. They're trying to get me to only hear the sectoid, so I'm thinking it's easy aliens we're up against, but I don't trust my sound cues anymore. Let's just overwatch and steady who we got left.
Got it covered. Got it covered.
Okay, coming down from that side right now. That's outside the spacecraft on the right-hand side. More sectoids. Aha! We got ourselves a cyber disc. That's a good reason for me to be playing it safe right now, is cyber disc activity. So let's get, since we heard the first sound over this way, Fred, why don't we start moving you over. And then what kind of range do I have with Rafael, Nadal? We'll bring Nadal up this way. Fred, we're gonna bring you over this way too, and we're just gonna kind of dash you over to the side.
Got it. Moving.
We're along the edge of the map now, but that's the edge where we're hearing the noise, at least initially. Mia Hamm, this is as good a place for you with that little extra range you have, so I don't mind you being a ittle farther back, and it'll give us time to set you up for next turn. And I'm fine with these positions at the moment. I think now that I'm kind of spread out to take on the noise over here that I'm hearing, where do I want to push forward to next turn? That's my question. Do I want to take a quick move forward here and see what we activate? I don't quite have everybody ready, like for instance Mia Hamm, to support us this turn, so once again I'm sorry for playing conservative, but we're just going to wait this one out a little bit because I can't afford. I have to play just a little more careful this time. Let's hope it pays off for us.
Afirmativo. Explorando.
Roger that. Scanning.
Okay. So we're going to try a little push forward now and see what we see with Serena.
Okay.
Nothing yet. And we can see the spacecraft right in front of us with that teasing meld that we're not going to fall for this time. Where do I want to move my support? I'm hesitant to push forward on a yellow move even one hex more towards that corner, but I'm thinking that may be what we need to do. I think you never know until it actually happens. So Tommy, we're going to bring you right here. You're standing in the open, which is not good for Itchy Trigger Tentacle, but we're going to have you on Overwatch, and everybody else is just going to get ready. I got to get a sense that this is a normal, and I so far am early, because usually if it was a trap mission, I'd be having contact by now, I think. So I'm feeling a little confident that we're at a normal landed right now that we're going to be dealing with.
I feel, Commander.
On Overwatch.
But I just want to make sure
To Overwatch.
I have a good sense before we start pushing, especially given the barrack situation. Now we're hearing noise over from the spacecraft, and that sounded like it could have been the sectoids that had been on the right perhaps, but they're moving over, and we still continue to hear that cyber disc, which also has me a little bit nervous, can you tell? Let's push forward just a little bit. In fact, what we'll do is we'll bring you down here, Serena, see what we see. And then we may use one of our battle scanners just to
Got it covered.
get a sense for what might be out there. So Serena, the most recent sound we heard was over here to the left near the meld, and we also had heard something a while back on the right, but they could have moved on by now. We'll hang on. We're going to overwatch one more turn.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Roger that. Scanning. Ojo avisado,
I
comandante. On Overwatch.
Now, if we're looking at mostly sectoids is what I'm hearing, along with the cyber disk, I'll feel okay unless there's more than one cyber disk, which can always be the case.
I'm rolling.
Fred, let's bring you up a little closer. Serena, we'll push you up a little bit to this tree. Nice corner cover. And perhaps now is the time. The other question, though, is since I'm only hearing so many aliens, at least to my ear, are there some quiet other aliens like drones supporting the cyber disk and seekers, perhaps, that I'm not hearing a lot from, where I want to hang on to my battle scanners? That's kind of in the back of my mind why I'm hesitating to throw them out too quickly and just kind of inch forward. And I'm sorry, as a viewer, it's kind of frustrating, but the tension is in the air. Do I dare push someone forward? You're not the ideal one to push forward, Tommy. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to have to overwatch again, steady, and then have Serena as my main one, because she can run herself out of trouble if she gets it.
Ojo avisor, comandante.
Got it covered.
I feel, Commander.
Roger that. Scanning. Roger, got my eyes on
Okay, we're getting movement over by the meld, which should go out if it hasn't already, because it's pretty close to us. Yeah, and there's that dang cyber disk. It's the last thing I hear, so I'm guessing it's maybe not the closest thing I hear, and those sectoids are probably the sound of the pod I hear first. Maybe they're the ones that are closest. So let's see about pushing forward just a little bit more and seeing what we uncover.
Heading there now.
Still nothing. Still nothing. The game is playing its tease with me, right? Let's get Fred moving up a little bit too. Fred, I'm going to actually run you a little farther down here. We'll do a blue move at a time, though.
Okay.
How about that? There's no reason to go yellow moving like crazy without anybody activated yet. Potentially a nice little corner cover there. And Tommy, I'm thinking of bringing you up forward with your grenades, keeping you near the front a little bit. And I'm thinking we need to get our infantry a little closer, since we know
Yes,
this is
sir.
a safe spot for the moment. Does any spot stay safe throughout the whole game? No, no, no. Mia, we're gonna bring you over a little closer this way now. And we'll just hunker you since you can't overwatch after moving. And steady up. In fact, Rafael and Nadal will bring you back down a little bit, get you a little closer to the rest of the group. As we do our minor little shifts and adjustment, waiting for first contact. And there goes that cyber disk. I'm going to push over to where we last heard the sound a little bit and see if we can see what we can see
Moving
over
to
here.
position.
Still nothing. It's like they entice me to get over to this hill over on the left. And that can be a deadly hill with a lot of awkward angles, and that's why I'm hesitant to go over there until we activate or find some aliens first. That's why I'm doing this piece by piece, because there's a lot of weird line of sights over there, and so now that I've finally got 8 soldiers, that's a hill over there that kind of takes all 8 soldiers out of the game real easy with some of the blocked line of sights and lack of line of sights and lack of awesome positions for the whole squad, which is why I'm staying at this point on this side of the map. So bear with me, guys, as I play it this way, but we're hurting. I gotta be careful. Gotta be careful because we're hurting a bit. I gotta keep telling myself I can't do those aggressive runs as much as I have been, because we're feeling the effect of the dings, that's for sure. And I would like this playthrough to last. I don't need I don't need all my guys getting hurt and just killing me on this mission.
Got it covered.
I'm on it. En guardia.
Overwatching.
Roger that. Scanning.
Yeah, they're still coming. That's like from inside
Hear that?
the spacecraft, or just to the left of the spacecraft, over by that hill I don't want to go to. For Serena, we're kind of getting you little by little. We're kind of working our way over there to try and make some initial contact on my terms. I kind of would like the initial contact on my terms so I can draw them into me. We may go up to these rocks next time. I'm not going to do it on a yellow move this time. Although Fred, seeing as how the side on the right seems to have quieted down, I'm going to bring you a bit over.
On my way.
So you're in a better position to support. And we'll
Aye, aye.
Got it covered.
get everybody else ready.
Come get some.
Overwatch. Aye, aye. Recibido. Estoy vigilando.
Excuse me, you all saw the barracks and what it looked like last mission. I showed you how many injuries we had. So if you're wondering why I'm doing it this way, there's your answer, and there we go. What have we got? Just what I really didn't want to activate this soon is our outsider friends. They're the ones that were enticing me quietly over that way. And nobody's in sight right now. They're activated, but they're not in sight. So I'm worried by having Serena Williams over here in half cover that we're not going to be in great shape. So I might take a risk on bringing her over to at least full cover against those outsiders and get everybody else ready to activate against
Heading
them.
to that location.
Of course, now I open myself up to them moving inside and flanking me, but I'd rather run, I think, at outsider overwatch than be in half cover. Now I do have the ability to fire a rocket, seeing if that would help us. But I don't know if I can, it doesn't look like I can quite get it far enough for what my needs are right now. So it looks like we're going to have to kind of sit back on overwatch. There's only position for one of them at a time. Full cover on the corner, but there is full cover over here on the old milled canister. So I think what we'll do is have to overwatch, see what they do to come to us, and play it that way. The only person really super exposed right now, and I can get him over to full cover, is Fred.
Headed there now.
Everybody else has some pretty decent full cover at range. So
Got it covered.
we're just gonna get ready for them.
Eyes peeled, Commander.
I feel, Commander. En guardia.
Overwatch. Aye, aye.
What's your play, outsiders? How many other aliens are you going to be calling to me, and how quickly? Can I get rid of you quickly? Apparently not. They're going to just stay in hiding and call all the other pods to them. Isn't that the way it's going to work? Not good. Activate. Oh, there we go. Come on, Margaret. Good shot. 6 down on the first outsider. Do we have another Overwatch? No. He's in a position to take a shot, and he's going to suppress. I wonder if the other outsider is smart enough. No. I thought he was going to... Is he going to be smart enough to go around the inside? Now all of a sudden we're in range to have a little more rocket fun, aren't we guys? We're in a little more range for some rockets. The one in the background concerns me a little bit. Once again, let's check out our rocket one more time. What kind of range do we have over here? Really don't have it have the ability to gain a shot on the guy in the back. I do have hollow targeting available on the guy in the back, and I can take out his overwatch. Be nice to get rid of these guys early, and therefore with Serena she cannot quite get the flank on a blue move if I get rid of that suppression. Fred, you have the ability to do a number on the guy in the front, that's for sure. What are my sniper shots that I have available? 94% against the guy in the front. Actually, not a bad 79 against the guy in the back. I can get that up to 89 with suppression. I think what I'm going to do is do that, just that suppression on the guy in the back. Give some hollow targeting to it.
Keeping him down.
I don't know that a sniper shot with precision is even going to be enough, but we're going to see. We're going to find out. 94% there, but 89 for the guy in the great cover in the back overwatching. 50% chance for crit, and crit is what I must have on this particular shot. So let's do it. Alexis, you need to teach it to the outsider. Oh, teach it. Oh, you're in a master class right now, Alexis. Way to teach it. All of a sudden, now if I can take out this other outsider, boy, am I feeling a lot better right now. I have two 63% shots, which I can then follow up if they miss, although I hate pushing up that close. My running gunner. Let's see other options if that doesn't work. We always have, how close can we get and how far can you throw your grenades right now? So yeah, we're just out of grenade range for you, although we might be able to get you in grenade range. Yeah, it's not a guarantee moving to that cover. I think. What do I think? Well, we have the rocket back up if this plan doesn't work, but we're going to do a double shot. And Fred, you can get the flank up here if I need it. Not that I want to move that aggressively. I'm going to take a couple shots with the Iron Lady Margaret Thatcher and see if she can connect, ideally on both, but at least one, to maybe knock out that suppression. That frees up Serena Williams to maybe come over and finish the job. So let's see what this looks like right here. Let's do it. Margaret, Iron Lady shot right now, 63%. Not good, not good. I just want one of these to hit. We're going one more because then you got to reload. I need this one to hit. That's why they call you the Iron Lady. Yes, we broke our suppression. And of course we have our arc thrower still broken, so we're not worrying about any kind of a capture. I can bring, it's corner covered. And this is where I think I activated you from in the first place. Now if I bring here, if I push even that far, that gives me a flank on the outsider, but just the close range shot from here should still be good enough, and I prefer being in corner cover because there's probably other aliens being called over as we speak that the outsiders are calling on. And what kind of a shot is it? 89. We're gonna have to go with it. Okay. We got the outsider threat out early on this mission. That's good. Unfortunately, it ain't over. We got cyber disc out there somewhere. We've been hearing the cyber disc, so we're going to have to figure out where that guy's hiding. In the meantime, we are fortunately able to steady the rocket as backup here. I'm wondering if I need to, though, move him closer. We'll work on that next turn. Let's have him steadied since not all of us are available this turn, so we have some kind of escape mechanism, aka shooting a rocket.
I feel, Commander. Afirmativo. Explorando. Roger that. Scanning.
There's our sectoids we've been hearing all along. There's the cyber disc we've been hearing all along. Ooh, is that the first? That's my first. That sounded like floaters. That's the first time I've heard some floaters in the mix. Maybe things are on the move with those outsiders having put out some calls. Yeah, and there's that nasty hill that has the weird line of sight, so I'm been a little hesitant to get too aggressive with that. But I think now may be the time to be pushing forward just a tiny bit with our squad. The problem is, with aliens on the call, they could be coming from any direction, so I hate committing totally to one side and open myself up. Can you tell I'm still a little bit gun shy? So I think we're going to hold our position for the most part as we reload.
Ready to rock.
And get ready for an onslaught potentially. I'm almost thinking I want to get my Rocketeer over a little closer to where I think the action may come from.
Running.
And they won't be steadied for this next turn.
I feel, Commander.
We're going to hope that's going to work for us. I'm going to bring you, Fred, up a little closer as they're an assault, just so Serena isn't totally out on her own without backup options.
On Overwatch.
And Tommy, we're going to bring you over to that full
Heading
cover
out.
spot for the moment.
Come get some.
We had a great shot by Alexis, but it's only one shot of ammo. She's down, and I'm gonna bring the Rafael Nadal over a little closer in case we need the use of his leadership ability or smoke, depending on what faces us coming up.
En guardia.
And we definitely got to reload our infantry. Took her 2 shots, but the Iron Lady came through for us. Aha, now we're getting noises farther into the other side, so I got to be careful about committing too much to the left. So I'm almost thinking pulling back Serena and kind of keeping our position till they move to us. We'll give it a couple turns of waiting and positioning ourselves. What I'll do is I'll shut up just in case I gotta, I'm gonna keep talking just in case something does happen right away, but if nothing happens, I don't want to have you guys watching a lot of boring crawling and creeping action coming up here, so we will fast forward through it
On the move.
if this drags out. I just don't want to get myself, like I said 100 times, I'm a little gun shy at the moment. I need my troops, and I need them all in one piece. Most definitely.
I feel, Commander.
Roger that. Scanning.
So if there ends up being an excessive amount of waiting, you can guarantee I will, when it comes to editing this mission, fast forward through it.
Overwatch. Aye, aye.
Roger that. Scanning.
And I still am only hearing sectoids, floaters, and cyber disc. And if we're talking up to 20, that means there could still easily be those seekers out there that I'm not hearing, which is why I'm holding on a little bit to the battle scanner. If we go a little longer, I may toss one and keep one in reserve, but for right now, that's the way I'm playing it. And let's steady our rocket. With a cyber disc out there, that becomes more crucial than ever.
I feel, Commander. What the hell was
They're
that?
inside the spacecraft, and I feel my group with the sniper and the Gatling gun is more... here we go with some floaters inside. We know where... We just got a sneak peek at where some of our alien friends are. Now there's always a possibility I take a rocket and try to blow open that wall. Now that I don't have to worry about outsiders, that may be a play I try. I've got a full complement of rockets. Can I reach that wall right there? I'm thinking what I need to do is perhaps make that a play and shoot my rocket right there and see if we can't blow a hole in the side. It shouldn't be any, it doesn't look like there's any equipment on there. It's a power source in the center of the room, but I don't think there's anything off near the side that's vital for me that I have to worry about blowing up. So rockets away, Arthur Ashe, let's do it.
Target locked.
We got some vision inside. Look at that, guys.
Need to find some new cover.
Okay, now how many have we activated? Let's keep a good count. Let's learn some lessons here. We have activated 4 floaters. We see 3, and there was one farther in the back somewhere. So we got to keep that in mind. Now we have a steadied sniper, I believe. Oh, I didn't steady my sniper. How bad is that? But I still have a 100% shot against the flanked guy. Of course, anybody could get that shot. Only 64% there, 59% there. Now, as far as hollow targeters, oh, I don't quite have range on that one. It's not giving me a shot on that one. So my suppressor can only take the one shot. It's 100%. So we're going to lose the hollow targeting there, but I think I also have hollow targeting on Serena Williams. But let's take the one shot we have here, see if we can get rid of one of them with the big old Gatling gun. Ooh. So it is hollow targeted, so the hollow targeting helped us out. It wasn't a straight kill. And Tommy, I'm almost thinking of giving you some half cover. I don't think, yeah, you're out of range right now, and I don't see any overwatch. Of course, there's one guy hidden back in there. Mia Hamm, yeah, that's full cover against the guy over there, but we got 2 guys that would easily be able to flank you, so that's not the best position for you either. We've got our assault 2 who can back up any missed shots, but I think by moving closer we risk that outsider on the inside, and that's an unknown. Of course, if Serena's the one doing it, now this guy's up high, that's why his to hit values are not great. And it's not fun being in half cover. Now how far away are you, Nadal, and how far can you heave your smoke? So if I moved you up to that log, you would just about be able to smoke where I want to move Serena. So there's a possibility right there. And how far can you heave a grenade? Not super far enough. So Tommy, I'm going to bring you over this way. Now let's see what that grenade possibility is like. Still not quite far enough to get up top there. Now obviously we can finish off that floater, lose a carcass. Floater corpses tend to be a little easier to come by. What's the range on this smoke? So if I was to do it there, I'd cover him. I couldn't quite reach those rocks over there. So that, I'm going to have people in half cover. They'd need to be grouped over here a little bit in half cover. So what I'm going to do, that's not corner cover. And obviously it's flankable if I don't end up getting this guy, but I'm thinking of bringing Serena over this way to provide the hollow targeting on the high, the guy up high. And what kind of a shot do you have? Iron Lady, Margaret, Thatcher. You don't have any from your position. And it's 85% there. Grenades definitely more definite. So do we... Now obviously I can get up here on a nice flank, but then we're really pushing it as far as activating other enemies, which I can't afford to do. Can't afford to do. What kind of range do you have? Well, let's... That would be 69% with hollow targeting. Still not an amazing number. And you just aren't close enough, just out of range. So that hurts us. I'm almost tempted that we need to pull back and park on some overwatch of our own as they move forward towards us, is almost the way I'm thinking right now. Problem is I can't get great potential on unflankable cover, so I think we got to go on the offensive. So Serena, at least coverage wise. Fred, you can't quite make it down as far as I wanted. I wanted you to be able to get one more hex further. So we can't use the run and gun on that guy either. Unless I'm satisfied with running behind a log, but then we got ourselves exposed to the other guy. So Serena, we're gonna bring you right here.
That's affirmative.
Try to come up with a plan that will allow us. We're going to do the hollow targeting on this one, who seems to be, because of his elevation, the hardest one to hit. Let's get some hollow targeting there. And a hit to boot. That really, really is nice. And we're going to play it safe, lose a corpse, and see if we can't... Well, I say play it safe because I can't get this grenade right next to the floater. So there's a chance. Of course, he's got Sapper, which is why I went with him as the Grenadier instead of a support Grenadier. So I'm counting on your grenade to be close enough here, Tommy. Let's use your Pokemon magic and make it happen. Come on.
Going out.
Barely. But that's all we needed, was barely. Just like a game of horseshoes, we just needed it barely. Okay, what have we got now? We got one hit point left. One hit point left up there. I'm almost wondering, can I reposition somehow? Yeah, I just can't. We got that last floater in there that's kind of keeping things awkward for me. Fred, you're just not in the ideal, there's just not ideal cover for you to move to for me. Because that guy inside, if I move here to throw a grenade up there, corpses be damned, to ensure a kill. And that's not going to be close enough to give you a shot that's worthwhile. I'd like to find a shot for Iron Lady, get her able to move up, and she can move straight right here, but if you're not there, does that mean she could move? Sure seems like she should be able to reach here if you're not there. But if I move you, Fred, out of there, dang, you're just a... Isn't that always the case? One hex makes the difference. always flashbang over there. Or we can always work to have a killing medic kind of thing going on here. Of course, that's flankable if I bring you up there. And you don't have, actually, you don't have a shot. That's just a throwing your grenade shot. If I bring you here, I don't think even that one more space gets you a shot either. So Fred, I think we're going to bring you back to this point. Take that back. Fred, I think we're going to bring you back to this point. Nadal, we're going to bring you up to this point. You're going to be the exposed one in half cover. But the guys that are closest in range, so now it's probably going to be a pot shot against Nadal is what we're going to have to worry about, because he's more than likely going to be the one that's a target being in half cover. But in order for them to do that, they're going to have to advance. And in order for them to advance, we're going to have the Iron Lady on. And this is where our final shot goes right here. And we did it! That's what I really needed. We're down to 2 floaters. And we got Overwatch against the moving floaters that are going to need to advance against us. It's only one, and there's 2 of them moving, but we got Overwatch. Takes a nice full cover position.
They're falling back.
Oh, interesting. Oh, no, he came right back. And he went right away again. So it's like both of them, I think it's like both of them took a peek around that corner and said, no. No. Now we could always fire a blind rocket, but guess what that rocket is waiting for now? That's called a cyber disc rocket now. So we're gonna hang on. In fact, sorry for the conservative play here once again. I know it's a lot more fun for you guys when we're more aggressive, but we're gonna start pulling back just a tiny bit. Just because that cyber disc has to keep me a little bit honest out there, and I just can't afford the damage. I gotta kind of play it this way, I'm feeling, because of the state of my barracks right now. Let's see. Be nice to be able to push forward and see around the corner over there. But I'm going to resist that temptation right now and play a little conservative. Sorry guys, but that's what we're doing. We got smoke here this turn. We're going to reload. We're going to steady the weapon for when that cyber disc shows up at some point. We are going to... yeah, you got ammo right there, Mia Hamm, so we're going to overwatch you. We're going to overwatch you. So while that smoke lasts, we may decide to pull you back. And I think just so I have max ammo on you, Alexis, we're going to pull that one. And since they moved over to the left, I'm going to feel more comfortable having you, Rafael, down here. Besides flankable, but full cover.
Moving to Overwatch.
Fred, I'm going to move you up into the smoke just to have you farther forward in case we need some of your maneuverability. And we're getting a new sound farther over to the left, so I'm feeling better now about somebody not coming up behind us on the right with that new sound prompt, so that's a good thing. And we got a floater making an appearance. Yes, he decides to stay in the open. Nice job, floater. What a brilliant move. You can always count on a floater to give you some brilliant moves, can't you? What is our sniper shot? Because I think I had Alexis reloading this turn. And it's still 100%. So Alexis, let's give you a little... I'm going to hang on to the precision shot. Because we got a cyber disc coming on. Never know when he's going to make an appearance. Nice hit. That's a nice 91%er. I'm going to take it with you, Serena. Way to get it done. Now we're down to one floater.
Planted him.
But we're here in sectoids and the cyber disc still, and that's only 6 aliens we've activated out of potentially 20. I keep reminding you, it may seem like we're doing well, but guess what, guys? 6 out of 20. Wow. So if this ends up being too long, I will split this mission into 2 parts. But this is like, in my mind, this is a pivotal mission. This is one where we need to rebound. This is one where we need a clean mission. So sorry for me playing a little on the conservative side, but it's what we really need right now. So I'm going to hang on and see what we got going here. I'm going to pull you back a little bit.
Got it covered. Eyes peeled, Commander.
Roger. I got my eyes on.
I think what we'll do... We have will to survive over here. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking we're fine there. We can afford. We're going to move you to the front just so maybe you get shot at instead of Serena. And she's already moved. And I will this time reload there. Overwatch. Steady. Let's see what happens. Ah, the cyber disc, and it's in a great spot for the cyber disc because it is a long way. Ooh, itchy trigger tentacle. So, cyber disc Overwatch, we're gonna have to work on. So I'm just out of range there. Somehow I'm probably gonna have to run the Overwatch with Serena to get him to come to us. I also have to look at the range of my rocket, which I believe is just out of range. Good play, cyber disc. Oh my goodness. And because I'm on the edge of that, I can't step out behind that tree to shoot off the rocket. What a... Okay, I'll keep my language clean. Oh, no. Not good things to happen when you're facing a cyber disc. So, Serena, we're going to have you retreat. Are you in range of the cyber disc? No. So we got to look at some strategic retreating going on here, I believe. Tommy, I'm looking at dashing you out here. I don't think we're going to have a problem being in vision of the cyber disc. You're far enough back to do that. I worry about moving you too far over though, so you don't have good lines with your grenade. So we got a cyber disc, a drone, and a floater out there, I believe. 3 drones. Okay, I can't see all the drones, but the drones are the least of my concerns, other than their ability to be able to repair. So before I pull you back, let's see what kind of a shot I might have. Obviously, I can get a initial shot with the sniper, and while you'll probably be repaired, what kind of damage potential do I have? It's really not all that much yet. So I think what I need to do, try to get that shredder rocket on here, get myself positioned so I can shoot the shredder rocket next turn, get everybody else in the best cover I can give them, and go from there. Now, Rafael, Nadal, you are not in that range and line of sight, so I'm thinking I gotta move you over behind this full cover. So I will, Tommy, move you off to the side. Right here.
Hauling ass.
So maybe what I gotta do is with my sniper see if I can't take that drone out. At least start thinning the repair ranks, since that's my one sure shot and I'm gonna take it. Thank you, Alexis. I don't like the idea of baiting, and then I need to get you into full cover, Rafael, Nadal. And I need to get these guys up front. And Serena, you're going to be the one making the dash back into some full cover for me, way back here, and running that overwatch from the cyber disc so that Fred can successfully get the heck out of there. Woo-wee. I know it was low percentage, but when you see the shot coming in that close, the heart flutters. Now I got to get my Rocketeer to a spot that his rocket is usable for us. Now do I have to worry about the floater if I bring him off to the side here? I may have to blue move to the far back, hoping the cyber disc doesn't advance that far to get him in range. Of course, it takes him more out of range. What would the range of your rocket have been on a straightaway shot? So right where you are. So it all depends on how far the cyber disc advances if I move back. If I move back, and I don't have a really great spot for you. Now there's just no way you can shoot it this way in an angled direction. It's either way over here or way over here, which is not what I need. So I gotta find cover. If I bring you over here, Arthur Ashe, that floater that we don't know where he is could easily pop over here and flank you. So that's a concern also. If I bring you back to half cover, you're a target. Ooh, you're a target. So I think my best move is to go farther back and steady you back here and hope the cyber disc advances enough. And hope that our overwatch will help do some damage. I'm going to forgo the smoke, I believe. Where do I need to get you, Fred? Now that the overwatch is gone, we need to get you out of there too. Now we have the ability. Now would he be able to move far enough? I don't think he'd be able to quite flank you. So Fred, I think I'm going to leave you near the front and have you tucked away over in this corner for the full cover you're going to get.
Time to motor.
And rather than smoke, we're going to go with the overwatch against the cyber disc. Cross your fingers, folks. This is the riskiest part of the episode so far. Oh, the floater comes out to eat up some of our overwatch, doesn't he now? Well, at least Iron Lady is on her game today. She hits on another overwatch. Not quite getting the kills, but she sure is getting some damage for us. And that floater is just doing a great job of taking away all our overwatch, isn't he? Is the cyber disc now going to move? I saw some of his drones move earlier, so let's hope that means he's through and he's sitting back on overwatch. Okay, I'm fine with that. That means we can one at a time take away that cyber disc. Now I'm kind of thinking Margaret, Thatcher, you may have the shot. Rafael, Nadal. It's only 51%. It would be nice to be able to get a shot from Serena to help with, of course that would force Serena into cover that is not optimal. To get that hollow targeting going, what kind of a shot does our sniper have? Yeah, so we don't have great shots to finish off the floater. I don't have easy, well, I do have some hollow targeting that I can get up there. So let's do the hollow targeting so we can just finally take out that floater. Hopefully we don't have to use too many of our shots, so we can still have someone back on Overwatch. Would have been nice to get the kill off that one. Nadal, we're going to give you a chance on this one hit point. Let's get the last tick. Nice job, nice job. Now we got to hope that alien cyber disc will advance. So let's steady our weapon. I mean, Overwatch. What am I saying? We'll Overwatch. Be nice to have full cover to move you up to, Serena, but we're going to just hang you in the back in case you need to run some Overwatch for us on that cyber disc, and in the process reload. We're going to steady you again back here. Yeah, there's not optimal full cover for you yet, so let's just steady our weapon. I'm not thrilled with that location.
Come get some.
And we will steady the sniper rifle too. We got drones coming out, of course, leading the way to empty our Overwatch. Smart play, Cyberdisc. Send those drones out to eat up the Overwatch. And that's all he's sending out. Interesting. That Cyberdisc is just hiding back there. Who's got range? You've got range. So let's have you take the hollow targeting shot against the closest drone. Nice takeout. Nice takeout. Nadal's not in range. It doesn't look like I have anybody but you, Margaret Thatcher, in range of that last guy. And I don't like the idea of using up all your ammo, but we should be able to reload then, right? If you make the hit for us. There we go.
Guns dry, dead and gone.
Yeah, we're going to get you reloaded, even though that's one less Overwatch on the team. At least you'll be loaded, and let's Overwatch ready for the big boy, the cyber disc, coming out now.
Overwatch, aye aye.
Better to steady my rocket, I believe.
Come get some.
And better to steady my sniper rifle, I believe. Oh yeah, Nadal. Why don't we just reload you so we have plenty of ammo for you? And here we go, the big... Ah, the sectoids are joining the party to draw our Overwatch. Lovely. Okay, thank you for running backwards. Let's lead with the cyber disc, guys. Oh no! He's in range of Fred. Oh, and there we go. Now we're starting to get some more aliens. Now we're starting to look like a medium. So that's not cool that Fred's in range of the cyber disc. We may, okay, we got an Overwatch. Let's run the table to hollow targeter. That's you, Mia Hamm. Do you have range? You only have range on the one I don't want hollow targeted initially. That means I'm going to have to rely on my sniper to help me out there. 79% is not bad. Hanging on to your precision shot, so we got to hope you can do some really good damage here for us. Let's teach it. I love when you teach it. I love when you teach it, Alexis. Way to go. Okay. Okie dokie. Now there's got to find a way to get Serena into the fun over here somehow. So she is in range to get some shots, but there's just no good flanking kind of things going on over here that I can get into. How many aliens do we have activated right now, by the way? So 10 killed with another 8 active, including the cyber disc. I'm only really seriously worried about the cyber disc at the moment. I wish he'd just take a move and force his way out. Maybe if I hunker Fred, he'll be less likely to take a shot and feel he has to move forward. Maybe. We can hope. We can hope. Okay, I'm out of range. You don't have a shot on that floater? We're just out of range. A lot of just out of ranges here, aren't we? And that's not a great shot. Nadal doesn't have a great shot. That's one tough floater for being grounded on ground level. Well, I can hollow target. Though I'm getting to the point where I would like to reload you, Mia Hamm. But I need some hollow targeting help too. Let's see if you can hit to boot. That would be a sure big help. Could have used a hit there, Mia. You didn't listen. You didn't listen. Okay, let's take some other shots since we're probably going to end up wasting Overwatch on sectoids if they start rushing out ahead of this cyber disc. Let's go Rafael Nadal. Let's serve one up. No. And we aren't in range, so we're going to be on Overwatch there. And we're just going to have to hunker you down. That's not a good enough shot. Overwatch, steady, and Overwatch. Let's see what it moves out. Cyber disc? Come on, Cyber disc, make your move. He's just hiding in back there, isn't he? Iron Lady, can you do some more damage on Overwatch? Yes! Now you're getting consistency going here. Well, you know, with a shotgun, I'm tempted to take that shot, although it makes me prone to a cyber disc shot if it hasn't moved. Let's see what we got as options. I'm thinking this is the turn I reload you, Mia Hamm. I think this is your reload turn. I do have, I'm getting close to having a reload here too. It's only 59. Oh, it's a great shot down there, but I gotta try. What have we got up here? Oh, that's right. You have Executioner. Let's give you the shot on the floater and see if you can take him out with a 78% shot. Margaret Thatcher, let's do it. Yes. Ooh, but he has covering fire. Our first ding. Oh no, not what we wanted, not what we needed to have happen. Another sick bay hit.
He's down.
Jeez. Oh, Pete. When are we going to get some relief from these dings? Oh, no. When is this going to stop? When will it ever end? I think what we're going to do... Let's see, Mia Hamm, this is going to be your reload turn. And next turn will have to be our sniper reload turn because I'm taking this shot with the sniper. 74%. Going against the sectoid. No. Yes.
X-ray neutralized. Gonna need to reload soon.
We'll keep you overwatching. Dang, Margaret Thatcher, you're going to be a target now. Glad you're in full cover, but let's reload you. Not happy about that hit. Who do we have nearby the closest with a med kit? No, that's Nadal over here who I overwatch. A problem. Ooh, boy, oh boy, we got to get you healed up. Got to get you healed up. Mia Hamm also has a med kit, so that may be an option next turn. And maybe we can work some kind of flip-flop over here, and we're going to have to move over into half cover, which I'm not thrilled about. But rather than put you on Overwatch, I'm going to hunker you, Serena Williams. Of course, we don't want to bundle up, but hopefully he doesn't charge enough to be able to reach me with his grenades and his explosiveness. That cyber disc. Hopefully he's respectful. I'm going to reload. Respectful of my Overwatch, I hope. Oh, there's a sectoid way back there. And he's not much of a threat right now. And he's a lot of out of range. So it's time to reload my sniper. That is for sure. Alexis, we need you in the game. Now, Nadal. ideally, what we're going to do is swap places. So Serena, we're going to bring you over
Heading
here.
to that location.
We're going to hunker you. Margaret, Thatcher, we're going to double move you up here so you can get healed.
Moving out.
We're going to use the med kit here.
Rub some dirt on it, you wimp.
I feel a little better about that position now. We're going to hit Overwatch here. I think what we're going to do is throw some smoke back to this half cover Margaret Thatcher to help protect her in that half cover. Just in case this is the turn the cyber disc decides to get aggressive. And it's only 1% on that sectoid back there. So I think what we'll do is we'll hunker down here in case we get that cyber disc shot from a distance. We will steady our rocket. See if the cyber disc finally is going to make a move. Well, the sectoid sure is making a move. But he's not in sight of a lot of people. Although you're in sight of Nadal. What does that give me? Oh wait, Mia Hamm, do you have a shot? You do. Let's get this little sneaky holo targeted. I'm fine. I mean, I guess this is not the most exciting view when they're coming at me one at a time, but thank God, especially now that I got that dang hit, dang covering fire, dang, dang, dang. What I should have done is not taken the executioner and gone with my sniper on that, but isn't hindsight wonderful? Let's steady our weapon. Let's Overwatch.
Roger that. Scanning.
Let's steady our weapon. We're gonna Overwatch. Okay, I'm feeling a little better about bringing you up back to your position, but nah, what I'm gonna do is bring Serena Williams there.
Headed there now.
And now this position where Serena Williams used to be is just a little far back, so I'm kind of tempted to just keep you near the front but hunkered down. Is that safe enough to do? Isn't my cover going to be enough for you being just hunkered down and injured? I don't know, Margaret Thatcher, but it's kind of what I'm leaning towards. Initially, we'll keep you right here and hunker you there. We're going to hunker you here. That cyber disc shot out of the unknown rattled me a little bit. We don't need any more of these accidental deaths. And we got sectoids moving forward. Nice shot, Nadal. Where? Oh, where? Oh, there's our last floater. I think that's the last floater. Ah, didn't quite get the Overwatch. The Iron Lady was a little better at Overwatch than you, Serena. We need to get you warmed up. And a double move. Tommy, you finally get a shot with the old conventional weapon, but it didn't pay off for us. Oh, there were two left. Like I said, keep count of your enemies. Keep count of your enemies. So we got two floaters, one sectoid, one cyber disc. We need to take care of those floaters because they want to flank Fred over there, and I don't want them to flank Fred. So our focus now is on the floater attack. Let's see who's got shots. 75%. We're going to give you a shot, Tommy. That's a weapon shot, not a grenade shot. I don't think you're in range, and I'd rather save that grenade. Possibly, yeah, you're out of range there. Possibly for the cyber disc. So let's try a conventional weapon shot. See if we can do some damage on this floater. 75%. Let's do it, Tommy. Ooh, you weren't channeling the Pokemon on that one. No. See, he's the one in cover, so let's get the holo targeting there. Actually, he's the one in cover. I have holo targeting by Serena. Serena's now in the game, so let's just go for an 84% shot with your heavy weapon and see if we can't take him out. No! Oh, come on now. Come on. Serena, you're going to have to holo target the one in cover to increase those odds. It'd be nice if you get a hit. Now, nice to just take care of it. There we go. Now that I can take. That helps out a lot. And let's get some revenge here, Margaret Thatcher. Oh, all of a sudden that wound has thrown you off. I'm thinking I may hunker you instead on this. Let's see what kind of a shot we got with our sniper. 89%. You got to make it work. Let's do it, Alexis. That's where I was supposed to say teach it, and then you would have got the kill, right? Yeah, let's finish it off, Nadal. I have faith. Okay. I am going to hunker on this one. And since you only have a shotgun for Overwatch, I'm just going to hunker you there. And we are going to steady. That rocket's going to come in handy one of these days, Arthur Ashe. Thanks for being patient. And no. So I think we're at the point, looking at the number of enemies that we've gone up against, it's time to start playing some... Are we being afraid of nothing, or do we actually have a cyber disc out there? Or has he moved and retreated?
On the move.
No, he has not moved and retreated. That is for doggone sure. What is your range on the shredder? Not good enough. So we got to get you in range with that rocket. And you're just out of range there too. So I'm thinking, Hamm, once we antagonize him and get him moving forward, we're going to want to get you. The one good thing is I don't think he has repair drones anymore, does he? No. So damage we do is damage we do. Okay. I'm going to get you over here just because you have a little longer range if he moves forward. And rather than hunker you, we're going to reload you. We're going to reload you.
Back online.
And I think we are going to steady our weapon here and get ready for next turn. Now that we know where we are, we got to because we got some empty weapons. We got to reload and hope the cyber disc doesn't come out of charging. Let's I was going to reload, but then I don't want to be in half cover like that. I'm thinking we're going to move and run our rocket over though, because we're going to shoot the shredder. The extra scatter we might gain by not being steadied, I'll take that just to get us in better range, hopefully, of that cyber disc. And we're going to hunker you. And we're going to hunker. Well, there's our last sectoid, who's playing like a scared little sectoid, and that cyber disc is just sitting out there. So I think we're going to antagonize him now. Let's find out if the rocket's in range first of all. Not quite. So I got to be able to move up a little better with my rocket. So I'm going to take a chance on flanking and move Serena right here.
On the move.
And reload her.
Back online.
I'm going to get my rocket closer right here. Now I know I'll be in range of a rocket. I'm going to get Hamm back over where she was so she'll have better options. And that leaves me with the only option is to hunker. Do I want to bring... I will keep you right there for them. There's just not good cover to move up on this side, is there? So I'm wondering if I need to dash you over here.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Just so I potentially get more flexibility at some point going against that cyber disc, and I still got a nice shot there, but I'm going to steady again. We're going to overwatch. Since that cyber disc seems to be happy, and I'm going to bring you over to full cover, Margaret Thatcher, so you can reload. And we're going to hunker. And one of these times, things are going to happen, or we're going to get in position with our rocket, and we're going to make things happen. The sectoid is still being fluky, and so, okay, he's just playing into my game, as boring it is for you guys to watch, but he's just helping me out. What kind of scatter do I have? Well, since we're in this stalemate, and I know he's probably not going to move, we're going to steady this weapon and get ready for the big, get ready for the big assault.
Nice field, Commander.
Overwatch. Aye, aye.
Steady, overwatch, overwatch, hunker. Kind of know the pattern already, overwatch.
Got my eyes on it.
Now we're going to be ready to fire that rocket. Let's get over there. Okay, Arthur Ashe, this is your time to shine. This is, whoops. Do we not have vision? Did I not pay attention? And we now, oh, I see. That's because my battle scanner went out. So if I need to throw it, I will. I'm going to assume he's still right where he was, because I didn't really hear moving sounds from the cyber disc. It's going to be a big embarrassment if he's not there. Do I want to waste my battle scanner? No. We're going to go do scatter right now. 1.1. I'm happy with that scatter. Let's hit this shot, Arthur Ashe. Okay, we have a shredded cyber disc now. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it happen. But what I am going to do, just so I can get sight on him from other soldiers.
Eagle Eye, on the move.
Yeah, let's go Eagle Eye. Namely, get sight on him with my sniper, so we can do a precision shot. And you're closed up now, but let's get that precision shot going. That's a nice hit. Way to go, Alexis. We just got to keep wearing him down. Now, let's hope he gets out of that overwatch pattern that he's been in. If not, we got Serena Williams to run it. And let's see if we've antagonized him enough to advance through our overwatch.
Eyes peeled, Commander.
In fact, we're going to overwatch with you now, Fred. And we're, oh, we don't apparently have range on him. 99%, yeah, it's only on the sectoids, but we're going to take it just to get rid of another alien. Very good, Mia Hamm. And we're going to go overwatch and see if we finally get an advancing. No, jeez, oh Pete. So that stubborn little cyber disc that I was so afraid of is not playing a smart game. That's 3 scatter. I want to use a rocket on him, but I can be patient because you don't have repair drones handy. And I can play this sniper game with you all day long. Let's do it, Alexis. Weaken him down. Okay, we're real close now. We are real close now.
Roger.
Let's overwatch everybody else.
On Overwatch.
Overwatch.
On Overwatch.
I'm on it.
And he's just overwatching himself. Now the problem is my battle scanner went out, so this is where Serena Williams earns her keep. And we dash her. Now, do I have a kind of cover I would prefer to dash to? Not really, but we should take care of him this turn. So let's just get up to where I have vision
I'm on the move.
and run the overwatch. 3%. Let's not get a little dingy hit again. Of course, with the cyber disc, it's not going to be a dingy hit. Okay, we now have sight on him, and we can finish him off. In fact, Serena, for you taking the risk of running forward like that, we're going to give you a chance to finish the job right here. Nice.
Commander.
That was kind of the backwards way of doing it, killing the outsiders first, but fortunately we killed them off fast enough that they didn't call everybody to us right away, and we had time to do this piece by piece. 18 aliens. Sorry to play it conservative, but even playing it conservative, dang it, we got that lucky covering fire hit. So I'm not thrilled with that. One more injury to add, but on a medium landed, I've had worse. So I guess I got to look at it the bright side, the bright way. The mission before we had 3 injuries, only 1 this time, so you can argue we're moving in the right direction. And we also have injuries just because of the fatigued. Obviously Iron Lady, she got the worst of it, out 30 days. That hit did not feel good. Plus combine that with her fatigue on top of that, that took her out 30 days. So I did not need that hit, but we did get some promotions out of it. And the fatigue wounds, the 8 days is good, the other 2 are not. So in all, my choices did not pan out very well on this mission. So we continue in the frustrating mode of things not going our way on the ground. So we're going to have to take a look and see what I'm going to have to spend some money on. Is telling me is we need to get in here to engineering. I was trying not to have to spend a lot of money on them, but I'm going to need some of the Phalanx army to help us, armor to help us out until we get. Now what are we researching to refresh my memory? We're almost done with the mutant autopsy. Then advanced body armor we can afford now. It's slow though, but it's time for me to move on to body armor. You can tell with the hits we're taking, I need more protection. So I guess I'm a little behind the game on making that decision, but things had been going well for so long, and then just all of a sudden, boom, 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 little sloppiness on my part and little covering fire luck on the aliens' part, and we're hurting right now. So advance, as soon in one more day, we're going for the advanced body armor. And in the meantime, I'm going to build, I think, a couple phalanx. I think I can, whoops, not the facility. We're going to go to build by items. I think I'm going to, just because we need some extra protection, so we can take out a couple. I'm going to do one more. But 2 is where I'm going to hold the line. What else do we have? Is there one other thing I wanted to look at? Do I want to look at alloy plating as an option also? Inhibits agility. No, I think we're going to hold off on that. I'm just going to build 1 alloy plating. I'm a little gun shy. I'm building more armor than I would have preferred at this point. I like to try and get up to everybody having the laser weapons, because we got the sniper rifle and the scatter laser coming up, and I want to be able to build those, but it's just going too negative for me. Look at this. Look at this barracks. A couple of snipers.
Our troop shortage is becoming a problem.
Yes,
we should start
it
screening
is.
potential candidates at the barracks immediately.
Wow. Well, we got some guys coming off fatigue, but it's that wounded that really is driving me crazy. Fortunately, we got some 2 days, 2 days, 3 days, 3 days. But that's only 4 of them. That's a big chunk that are still out for time. Dang it, dang it, dang it. I'm going to have to go with what's at hand on the next mission. So let's get out there and search. Enough depressing news. Let's get out there and find a way that we can move forward. Mutant autopsy is done. Ammo conservation project is available in the foundry. That is a nice one to be able to build. I don't think I have the funds available to get that started right now. Oh, we're going to go with the advanced body armor. I already decided, even though it's slow, it's 13 days, and I need something within those 13 days. We got some big missions for sure that'll be coming up. The foundry, what is the cost? Ammo conservation. Oh my goodness, 20 muton corpses, which I do not have. 500 in credits, which is not, I'm not even close there. The question becomes, how many corpses away am I? Muton corpses, 1. So ammo conservation is a way off. But now we know. Let's get back out there. Okay, I like seeing soldiers come back. I like seeing soldiers come back, because we're going to have some DLC missions coming up soon. I like seeing that. Okay, oh actually we've already built it and paid for it. Oh, thank goodness. I don't know why I was thinking I was just getting it researched, but we do actually have a scatter laser now, so we're increasing our ability to deal out some hurt also, especially once we get that laser rifle. There we go. Weapon fragments for an engineer. Yes, yes, even though I'm going to have a need for weapon fragments, I have a bigger need right now for an engineer. So let's dispatch. We're upping our amount of laser pistols, and we're almost up to where I think I needed to scan again for Exalt, I believe. I think it was around the 13th-ish, maybe it was the 12th. So let's get back in here under covert ops. It's so easy for that timer to get away from us when I have insufficient cash. But guess what? Gray market's right nearby. I can come up with the extra 10 coin because it's probably only 50 that I need. Now let's go back in and see if we can do a covert scan. Ah, it's costing more than 50 for us, is it? So I got to get up to 100 for this scan. Ah, I'm going to pause right here because I want to go back and look at when our last Exalt mission is, but I'm almost sure I need to scan right now.
Negative.
But since it's going to
should be passed on directly to the research team.
But since it's going to cost me more, I don't want to waste that money with a scan that might be too early. So hang on, everybody. I'm going to take a pause here and take a peek on when the exact date of that last mission to see if now is the time to spend that 100 and go to the gray market and get the 100. So hang on. Okay, I'm back, and it is, I said on my video with the Exalt mission, around the 13th or 14th is when I wanted to do the next scan, and we are sitting right at the 13th, although very early in the morning, so I guess I could let it go a tiny bit more. But either way, I'm going to need to see about visiting the gray market and selling, and it looks like we got some floater corpses to spare. There are uses for thin men corpses, but I might be able to spare a few of those. And I hate dipping in, although flight computers, I might be able to afford a couple flight computers, being up to 9 at this point. So, in fact, let's just sell those now and take a look at the scan. No, not my monthly income. Covert operations. There we go. Intel scan is 100. I'm going to take the scan now.
Back alien body parts as souvenirs. It's a breach of protocol.
Cross your fingers that this is not a waste of money that I do not need to waste. Let's hope we find something out there.
Positive identification
Okay,
confirmed.
we found the
Exalt
base in
certification
Brazil.
verified.
So let's take a look and see where Odelia might be at. We have Odelia ready in 21 hours. So I think I'm going to hold off unless I happen to have, and we can try for the first time, Dylan is, no, he doesn't look like he's ready as an assault for me either. So we got to wait 21 hours.
We're monitoring
So
several
we will
contacts
go
at the moment,
in
but we may
on
need to run
this
diagnostic.
in 21
This doesn't look
hours.
like
So
a
we're going to,
legitimate
let's
target.
go get scanning. So basically, as soon as it ticks over to the 14th, we're going to have Odelia back pretty soon after that.
Excavation complete.
Oh, Dylan's also back. So is this one where we decide to use Dylan? Or, you know, we've been doing so well with Odelia in her range. I think I'm going to hold off a little bit longer. We're at noon on the 13th. We got to get up to around midnight-ish. So let's just scan a little more and cross our fingers.
Excavation complete.
Got a lot of excavation complete, but I'm not going to be doing any building at the moment now because I had to... So she should be due back any moment. There she's back. Let's get in on this covert op so nothing comes up and forces me to forget. We're going to go out on a covert op and we are going to find Odelia. She has been gold on these Exalt missions for us with that range of hers. Well, I probably went right by her. Assault. That's Amanda.
Things are relatively quiet for the moment. Guess we should enjoy
Now
it
it
while
said
it
I
lasts.
had Dylan Crusher back. Oh, there she is. It still says she's fatigued. Now, didn't we have this problem before on the covert screen? So let's get out of here. Seems to be a little issue with the covert screen. Let's view our soldiers. Yeah, we got Dylan back over here. We got all sorts of people back over here. In fact, Odelia, you are back and ready. So let's see if we can go back into the covert barracks and see if that clicks you as being ready. Let's see if you show ready now. There you are. So I just gotta remember next time that happens, just back all the way out, take a peek in the barracks, and then it'll get updated. So we're gonna send Odelia out. Let's fix her loadout. She's gonna get one of our laser pistols. We're gonna keep the armor on her. And I'm thinking we'll just continue with the flashbang at this time to help her out at many tight spots. So let's get you going. Let's send you out, Odelia, and then we'll have ourselves a mission here soon.
XCom operative deployed.
I still don't understand why the aliens would be willing to go to all this trouble. What could they be after?
And let's get back to scanning and coming up with our next mission. We're getting towards the middle late month, and I'm still thinking in the back of my mind I got some DLC missions coming up. The only good thing is at least a lot of the soldiers that were all fatigued have come off fatigue. I just have a lot of those wounded soldiers still that we got to shrink that list down. More and more and more soldiers coming back. That's all good, and our laser rifle is fixed, so we're really going to be well equipped with laser weapons now. 15 Illyrium. Oh, 2 engineers. I am selling Illyrium. No question, no doubt about it. We are dispatching. We ought to be close on engineers now. Where are we in engineering?
New engineers arrived this morning, Commander.
We're at 20.
We're always glad
So
to have more help
one
out.
thing we can look at doing, even though I don't have the money, but we have the ability other than money to build that, well, and power. But don't we have something building for power? Oh, one more turn on the thermal generator. So as soon as we get money on another mission, we are going to be up and ready to start expanding our bases. I want to include the North American continent so we can add fighters at a reduced cost and gain more income that way. That's the plan. And our arc thrower's back in another turn or another day. So let's get back out there. There's got to be a mission out here somewhere for us, or that worries me by waiting this long for a mission that they're all going to start hitting boom, 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 and we're going to start running into soldier issues again. So here we go. Laser cannon we have completed. And we got one more coming just right behind it. There we go. So let's see about getting these positioned in our hangar. I'm thinking do we have an avalanche that has a kill? There's one. So this one is my first confirmation, and it's a 7-day process. So what I'm going to do is one at a time, or is it better for me to push it? Because that leaves me with only 3. I'm thinking I better do one at a time. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. What I'm going to do is transfer you out, because you got 15 days to go, and that way as soon as Midas Okamura is repaired, we can get him transferred back in there too. It's only 2 days away. Well, it'll end up being 4 days because of the transit time. Oh boy.
Thermal generator online.
Now we've got power to build whatever we want. That's good. We got our first phalanx armor, our first alloy plating,
Contact detected.
and we have a low scout. It's a small, let's scramble. We're going to go with the avalanche missiles aggressive, since we have improved abilities to hit on this. Let's see if we can't bring down, wouldn't that be nice, Sergeant Peppers and your Lonely Hearts Club Bland. Let's bring it down without getting hurt. Is that wishing for too much?
Enemy is padlocked.
One hit. 2 hits. Whoa, 1 hit on me though. Come on, get one more hit in there.
Lost.
Oh, so close, so close, so close, so close, so close.
Contact detected.
Let's bring out the other avalanche and see if we can't bring it down. We just need one more hit, one more hit, one more hit. And hopefully the avalanche won't cause it to crash, and we'll get a little quickie oh, we just lost it.
Contact.
So no money, no joy. Jeez. All we did is we got another aircraft out, and there's our last armor. So we got a little extra armor, we got a little extra laser weapons, so I guess we got to look on the bright side. There are some good things happening, and we got an aircraft returning to service. Let's see which one that was. Is that the one I got to transfer back? No, 1 day there, 5 days there. No, so we're still okay.
Contact detected.
Now we got a medium low. This is one where it sure would be nice to be able to have that laser cannon ready. But I at least have one Stingray left. Let's see if I can get some damage with my Stingray. And then from there, hopefully it's weak enough that maybe we can get some hits with the avalanche. We'll see. We'll make that choice depending on how it is. Come on, we need some hits. Better than the last time. We did good on the hitting, it just wasn't enough.
Disengaging.
So we've heard it, and I'm kind of thinking that's how we may have to leave it.
Contact detected.
Yeah, you know me. I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna give it a go here. Have it damaged. Can we get enough to... Oh no, it's not bubbling there at all, is it? So it lied to me. Oh, we got it bubbling there now with damage, but I couldn't afford another hit. And we're not bringing out our extra aircraft, so let's just hope we've damaged this medium enough where it doesn't cause us problems down the road. And we have an abduction site. Let's see what it brings us here. Yeah, we got bombing over Brazil still. Well, who cares? They've got Brazil. But intel reports UFO activity over Japan, so it does look like Asia seems to be their newest target, which is good for me because I really want to go to North America next for the air bonus I would get by gaining that continent. So let's take a look here. It's a light mission, back to what we're used to as far as quantity of aliens, but we do know that the strength of those individual aliens is going up, so we still got to be careful on a light mission. Let me go back first before I forget. Always some housekeeping to go. We got to transfer Midas Okamura back. There we go, just to help as quickly as possible get us. We got the laser weapon in 6 days, in transit 2 days, and 1 Joker Kim to hang in there for us. Oh my goodness. So let's get back out there to the mission, see what it's a light in Japan, but what is the map type? Urban block, several buildings in a large combat zone. We're able to take out 8. So you know the game, and this is how we end it right here, so I can pick off camera and visit the team when we come back. So I want to thank you all for sticking through this mission. It was a long one, but I had to play it conservative, and I'm kind of happy with the results. It wasn't 100% what I was shooting for, but a covering fire injury, we'll just have to deal with it. Thanks all for watching. This is Zigzag Zog signing off from Western Kentucky. I appreciate each and every one of you that watch my videos. Thank you.
Thank you.